How can you secure a loan using a title deed? One of the most asked questions by our customers and Kenyans in general. My name is Ruben Kimani, Username Investment Limited. Welcome to Real Estate in Kenya. Many Kenyans' lives have been changed by the value of a title deed. There are many things you can do. You can use it to, you can sell the land at a profit. People have used it as collateral. That's what we are talking about today. People have used it to pay school fees and do so many things. How can you be able to use it for the purposes of taking a credit facility? The first thing is to identify the need that you have. You may have a title deed worth 1,000,000 shillings, but your need is 100,000. So it is not advisable. That's why you have title deeds. Some people have many title deeds, some worth 500,000, and others worth 200,000, others with for parcels worth 1,000,000 shillings. You have to know the kind of need that you have. If it's short-term needs, that's why you have fuliza. If it's a small kind of loan, that's what we are telling you. Don't use a title worth 1,000,000 shillings for a need worth 100,000. Number two, you have, before you present your title to the bank, at Username Investment Limited, we ensure all the title deeds that we issue, we check everything, such that if you need to use it, you don't need to do so many checks. But most of the time, the data from the Ministry of Land, of course, they are doing cleanup and stuff like that. You may hold a title that have issues in the background. Number one, you have to conduct a land search to establish that you're still the owner and there's no problem. Number two, you must do valuation. So most of the time, you don't know how much your land is worth. Those who bought our land in Gong 4 years ago at 150,000 shillings, the same land is worth 600 to 800,000 shillings. You need to know the worth of your land at this particular time so that you know whether you can use that title deed to purchase or to be able to borrow money from it. The third thing that you must do is you must check or do some due diligence where financial institutions are concerned. We are talking about looking for the best provider for your loan. Not all the banks have similar rates. Some of them have very strict rules for lending. Some of them are the slightest provocation, they can auction your property. Some of them have very high rates. There are those which have very good rates. We have microfinances, we have, and we also have banks, and we also have SACCOs. Which one is best to be able to give you the facility? You have to check the interest rates, which one is the lowest. You have to check the bank with some good track record. Some of them will just auction your property very fast. You have to check the terms and conditions. If you don't know, you can ask a lawyer or someone who knows to explain to you. Most of the time is a lawyer because these are contracts. So you have to choose the right financial institution. Number four, look at the documentation. This is just for your own preview. Number one, you need to have your documents in order. Your KRA PIN, banks must ask for that right now. You must have your ID in order. You must have, for those who are employed, they'll ask for your pay slips. For those who are in business, they'll ask for bank statements, letters of certificate of incorporation, and stuff like that. You must also check some things, especially if your land has something called caveat. There are people who place caveat on people's land. Maybe you bought as a group, you have disagreement, family land where some of the family members might put some restrictions so that you don't sell it. You have to check whether your land is clean way before you apply for the loan. What happens if you default the payments for the loan? This happens a lot right now because of COVID. There are so many defaults, billions of shillings, especially where mortgages are concerned. So what happens? If you look at land, for example, you've given your title deed at the bank. By the time you're being auctioned, time have moved on, maybe 2-3 years. The land has appreciated and the value is usually higher. Most of the banks are giving you an opportunity to be able to sell it way before they auction it. So you can be able to dispose it of yourself, make a small profit, and pay the bank. Even for vehicles, they are doing the same. If the bank was to sell it, you need to follow up with your lawyer to ensure that if they sell it at a higher value, you get the proceeds of the difference. Basically, title deed is an empowerment tool. It's something that you can be able to use to improve your life. And I hope some of the information that has been shared in this video can be able to assist you, be able to use it, to be able to meet your need, to be able to buy another property, and for most of you to be able to build those other plots that you have been able to buy.